What kind of wickedness is going on here? Well, yeah, as you can see in the beginning here, I'm crawling around in an attic, and I go over to this one corner, and over there in the soffit corner, you can see the fur, see the hair. There's an animal over there. What is it, right? Well, this customer called, and they were hearing all kinds of noises in their attic. They stuck their head up in there, and they seen a raccoon looking at them. So that's why they called. So yeah, first thing I did when I got there was jump up in the attic to see if the raccoon was up there. And here's some more of it, as you can see. So yeah, once I visually confirmed there is a raccoon in the attic and I seen it was in there, then it was time to jump outside and, figure out where this thing's getting in and come up with a solution to how to get it out of there. What's the best way to get it out of there? So here's the entry point. It's where soffit return, whatever you want to call it, where like this soffit comes back and meets the main roof there. What happens a lot of times is that soffit where it meets the roof is pretty flimsy. Sometimes there's even a gap already there, but even if there is no gap and it's just flimsy or whatever, raccoon just gets in there and it can just push that soffit out of the way or slip under there, and they're pretty strong. So they usually don't struggle with moving that soffit out of the way, and they get right in there, and that's how it was getting into the attic. So here's a shot kind of zoomed out a little bit. The soffit return on the left side here is where the raccoon was currently getting in. But they had the same situation going on the right side. The raccoon wasn't using it yet, but it was the same kind of deal, where the soffit comes back, meets the main roof there, and it's very common for those spots to just be weak or flimsy, or there's a gap in everything from a raccoon to a squirrel to birds to bats. They love getting in these spots. These are like textbook, entry points for people's attics and houses. Very common. So here's what was happening. The raccoon was climbing up and getting on the roof somehow. Once it got on the roof, it'd climb up the roof here and work its way right into that soffit return area. And then, like I said, once it did that, it either found a gap in the soffit or just pushed that soffit out of the way and then slipped right in there, and it was in the attic. So next step was to set a positive trap set over the hole there at the soffit entrance and see what happens. See if we can catch the raccoon coming out at night and get it right in the trap. Here we go. There you have it. Caught the raccoon in the first night on this one. So yeah, we got the raccoon out of there. No no longer crawling around in the customer's attic, and sooner you get it out of there the better, so there's not as much damage that occurs. It already knocked a hole in the drywall somewhere in the customer's house, so it was already starting to be destructive, and it wasn't in there that long. Well, that's it. This was a classic case of a raccoon in somebody's attic. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, if this is Facebook or Instagram, please like and follow the page. If this is YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a nice week.